Morning everybody, Down Under Entrepreneur here. It's a lovely Monday morning here in Cairns, North Queensland, Australia. And today I just wanted to talk to you guys because there's a lot of people out there at the moment on a couple of my social media platforms that are asking a lot of questions on how they make extra money and how they make money online, all that sort of stuff like that. And so really what I wanted to talk about is it's a great idea. I think everybody should be doing it, and I wanted to really sort of touch base on the importance, especially now, today in 2018 moving forward, why it's so important to have a side hustle of some sort. Even if it's only bringing in an extra $50 a week. So, I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but I know here in Australia, if you work for, say, a big company, then basically, you're covered by what's called an EBA, or an enterprise bargaining agreement. And if the union representatives and whatnot go in and they negotiate well on your behalf, then basically, they might, if they negotiate strong, they might, maybe secure a 4 to 6% pay rise across the space of maybe 4 years, which is generally sort of like the lifespan of most enterprise bargaining agreements, about 3 to 4 years. So on average, you're going to make somewhere about a 1 to 1.5% pay rise per year, which for some people that's great. However, now this is the big the big one is if you look at the average rate of inflation. Now, providing the economy's going well, exports are going well, the respective industries are going well. Obviously, where I am here in Cairns, we rely really heavily on the tourism, the hospitality sectors. Obviously, if those two sectors are doing well, then all the local retail and everything generally does pretty well as well. However, if the Australian dollar is high and we have a soft year with tourism, then as a result, hospitality suffers, etc. So it's a snowball effect, effectively. But providing we have a great year, the economy does well, and bluntly, if the government has their shit together, which, let's be honest, I don't think, if you look at pretty much any country in the world today, I don't think there's too many governments that have their shit together, especially here in the West. So on a good year, you might get away with 2 to 3% of inflation. I think the average inflation in places like America or whatnot is about 3.5% a year. So take that into account, that you're only getting a pay rise of 1 to 1.5% per year. So even if inflation only sits at 2%, you are still making less money, and you are eventually going to get crushed by inflation, which is why a side hustle is so important today. So with a side hustle, like I said, even if you're only making like that extra $50 a week, then that's $50 that you can put towards paying off the car loan, or putting towards the mortgage to get it paid off quicker, or $50 you can put towards some sort of an investment account, which is probably one of your better options. It's guys, like it's really, really scary. I said in one of my last videos that it's the amount of interest being paid each month on personal debt is absolutely astronomical. It's really, really scary proportions. It's the days of where you could put your money into a bank account, a compound interest bank account, you'd maybe get 10% return each year on it. Those days are over. Put your money in the bank today, you might get 1 or 2%, but even if you're only getting 2%, you're still not keeping up with inflation. So you have to get yourself some sort of a side hustle, get yourself in front. And what can you do? So really, really simple. There are a lot of opportunities online nowadays. I spoke about them in one of my previous videos. If you check out that video, 3 easy ways of making money at home right now, I have a link to one of my Fiverr gigs where I will actually give you 10 money making ideas that you can basically start today from home. But the big thing here is it doesn't really matter what you do. I mean, you go and mow a couple of lawns on the weekends, get a second, go and get a part-time job and work, a couple of hours at night, or pull a couple of shifts on the weekend. It doesn't really matter what you do. And I'm going to steal a line from a very famous guy which I follow, a guy called Les Brown. And he basically says you don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started in order to be great. And that's the key, guys. Just go, yep, right, I'm doing it, and just do it, get started. Because some of these things, they're going to take a while to get up and running. They're going to take a bit of investment and a bit of time. But they can be do it, but the sooner you do it, the sooner you start it, the sooner you're going to start reaping the benefits from it. So that's all I've got today, guys. If you want any more advice about, or anything like that, or if there's anything else related to this topic that you'd like, that you want me to sort of touch base on, then by all means, leave a comment. If you like this content, like, subscribe, and follow us here on YouTube. Apart from that, it's Monday. I've got a big week ahead of me. Hope everyone has an awesome week. Peace out. Have a great day.